The role of NATO's cooperative airspace control in managing Russian airspace intrusions. NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, has played a critical role in maintaining peace and security in Europe since its inception in 1949. As one of the largest military alliances in the world, NATO works to protect its member states from external threats. In recent years, Russian military aircraft have frequently flown near NATO airspace, sometimes even breaching it. This poses a significant risk to the security of NATO member states and has prompted the alliance to take steps to manage Russian airspace intrusions. One of the key tools that NATO uses to manage airspace intrusions is the Cooperative Airspace Initiative, CAI. The CAI is a multinational effort aimed at increasing cooperation and coordination among NATO members in managing their airspace. The initiative involves the establishment of various measures such as the sharing of information, development of common procedures, and training of air traffic controllers. The CAI has proven to be an effective tool in managing airspace intrusions by Russian military aircraft. There have been numerous instances where NATO has detected and tracked Russian aircraft, allowing for the deployment of appropriate measures without resorting to violence. For instance, NATO's air policing mission was deployed numerous times to intercept and track Russian flights that were identified as potential threats to NATO airspace. Apart from the CAI, NATO uses other measures to manage Russian airspace intrusions. One of these measures is the deployment of Airborne Early Warning Aircraft, AEW. These aircraft are equipped with sophisticated radar systems, which can detect and track aircraft much farther away than traditional radar systems. This gives NATO more time to assess the threat posed by Russian aircraft and take action accordingly. Another measure used by NATO is the deployment of fighter aircraft. NATO maintains a rotational presence of fighter aircraft in countries that are located at the periphery of its member states. These aircraft are tasked with intercepting and tracking Russian aircraft that breach NATO airspace. This deployment helps to deter Russian aircraft from flying too close to or breaching NATO airspace. It is worth mentioning that managing Russian airspace intrusions is not limited to NATO member states located in Europe. In recent years, there have been numerous instances of Russian military aircraft flying close to or even breaching the airspace of non-NATO countries such as Turkey and Japan. In response to these incidents, NATO has established partnerships with these countries to enhance their cooperation in managing the airspace of these non-member states. In conclusion, NATO's Cooperative Airspace Initiative has been instrumental in managing Russian airspace intrusions. Through the CAI, NATO continues to increase cooperation and coordination among its members, which has helped to enhance its capacity to manage airspace intrusions by Russian military aircraft. Additionally, the deployment of airborne early warning aircraft and fighter aircraft has helped to deter Russian aircraft from breaching NATO airspace. As Russia continues to pose a security threat to NATO member and non-member states alike, the alliance will continue to take the necessary measures to manage Russian airspace intrusions effectively.